The White House is touting a new study from the Council on Criminal Justice. It documents a drop in crime across America's biggest cities last year. Trump RX is up and running, enabling Americans to buy prescription drugs directly and cheaper. President Trump says, going to save a fortune. The hunt for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is now in its sixth day. The mother of the Today Show, Savannah Guthrie, was abducted from her Arizona home last weekend. DNA test results say that blood found at the home is that of Nancy Guthrie. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures are higher. More details, srnnews.com.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven you can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE. 844-45-BIBLE.
They deliver far and wide, here to there, about anywhere. You hear this on the air. It's Mittens TA of Oakley with their modern, shiny fuel trucks and professional, pretty drivers. They deliver on site. They deliver on time. Diesel, gasoline of all types, AV gas, bulk, DEF, and lubricants. Contact the Mittens team, including Lucas Ruggles and Rodney Hoffner at Mittens TA, 24 hours a day on I-70, exit 76 of Oakley, or mitteninc.com.
With NWKS Radio News, I'm Connor Schuh. The Kansas legislature is considering a bill that would crack down on speeding in the state. Senate Bill 113 failed to pass last session, but was introduced again this year. The amended bill states that a vehicle going more than 35 miles per hour over the posted speed limit could constitute a reckless driving offense. The bill was introduced by a Senate Committee on Transportation at the request of the Kansas Highway Patrol. Last year, the agency, along with representatives from the Kansas Department of Transportation, Kansas Association of Chiefs of Police, Kansas Sheriff's Association, and Kansas Peace Officers Association, testified the bill would increase safety for motorists and officers alike on the highway and in the city. For these and other stories, go to nwksradio.net.
Today, a weak backdoor cold front will turn the winds more to the northeast and southeast direction at 5 to 15 miles per hour, but temperatures will remain mild for this time of year in the lower 60s. We'll have sunny skies, and overnight lows will drop into the upper 20s and low 30s. Flow will turn more southerly and westerly for the weekend, and that'll lead to unseasonably warm and dry conditions Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Highs will be 65 to 75 and lows in the 30s above freezing. Fire weather conditions will be elevated on the afternoons where the winds get a bit breezy over 20 miles per hour. And then a cold front Monday night and Tuesday will likely be dry, but it'll bring more seasonal temperatures to follow the remainder of the week with highs in the mid to upper 40s and lower 50s and lows in the 20s. Our next chance for rain or snow will come with the system late in the week and around Valentine's Day. This is meteorologist Chris Schromick in the NWKS Radio Weather Center.
At Ray Community District Hospital and Clinic, they believe in promoting healthier living through compassionate quality care. From state-of-the-art maternity care to life-saving emergency services, their dedicated team is there for you and your family. Whether it's managing diabetes, navigating recovery, or receiving specialized treatments, they're committed to your well-being. Discover the difference a community-focused hospital can make. Visit rayhospital.org today to learn more. Ray Community District Hospital and Clinic. Your health, our priority.
Looking for insurance that actually puts you first? At the insurance agency in downtown Goodland, we're independent, which means we work for you. Whether it's auto, home, crop, or business, we shop top carriers to get you the best coverage at the best price. No pushy sales, just honest advice from people who live right here in your community. Give us a call today at 785-899-5011. or stop by 1020 Main in Goodland and let's get you covered. The Insurance Agency. Insurance the way it should be.
With NextTech Wireless, get truly unlimited data as low as $40 a month. And get the latest devices like the iPhone 17 on us. iPhone 17 has a 6.3-inch ProMotion display, Ceramic Shield 2, all 48-megapixel rear cameras, center stage front camera, A19 chip, and more. NextTech Wireless, celebrating 20 years of connecting Kansans.
At F&B Bank, we believe local businesses are the heart of our community. That's why we're more than just your bank. We're your neighbor, your customer, and your biggest supporter. From the corner cafe to the hardware store downtown, we're walking the same streets, shopping the same shops, and investing in the same future, yours. We're here, we're local, and we're always in your corner. F&B Bank, banking built on community, member FDIC.
Need a porta potty or septic pumping in Northwest Kansas? Call Topside Portables and Pumping, your local family-owned crew. They've got clean, reliable toilets for weddings, farms, and job sites, plus full septic services, RV waste, fertilizer tanks, and more. Available 24/7, because when nature calls, they answer. Call 785-728-8089. That's 728-8089. Topside Portables and Pumping. Reliable, local, clean.
You ready? One, two, three, four!
It's time for the Morning Blitz with Ross Volkmer.
If you want to win in football, it all starts up front. Mass kicks ass.
And Connor Schuh.
He's the new guy.
The High Plains only local sports talk show. Broadcasting live on Goodland's Rocket 102.5 and video streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
They're basically idiots.
Covering it all from the preps.
Up ahead to Blair Lennon. Lennon, the crossover back to Cure. Hello, boom! A two-handed tomahawk flush.
To the pros.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Protection is good. Bold loads it up. He's got it. A receiver there. Franklin makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
The Blitz is presented by Pearl Chevrolet GMC, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware, and F&B Bank. Along with
Equity Bank of Hoxie, Quinter, and Grinnell, the Insurance Agency, Pestaway LLC, Topside Portables and Pumping, and the Farmer State Bank in Oakley.
Let's go to work.
Now underneath, here's Obioha. Puts up a shot blocked by McKinney. Harlan gets it back out to Eagle Step. He'll try the three. Got it. West Virginia lead. Jizzle James dribbles to the right side. Lost the ball. A steal. Eagle have stole the ball. Gets it down to Floyd. DeLorean. Slam dunk with 13 seconds to go.
Reed had a shot rejected by Mara. Deflects to Dillion. And Mara rejects that one as well. Lets out a roar to the overflow maze range to our left.
Cross-court pass left corner. Shot fake Lendeborg. Drives in.
And he hammers it down. A one-hand tomahawk. Dillion cleared away because Yax was rumbling down the baseline.
Not identify anything here. Holy cow.
Right to the basket for Jackson. Up and away. Ryan Jackson with the baseline hammer.
Happy Friday morning, everybody. We are back here on the Morning Blitz on Rocket 102.5 KLOE, NWKSradio.net, the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Thank you so much for being a part of this Friday show. We got a full Friday show for you here today. Look forward to visiting with James Westling of Big 12 Today, ESPN, and Peacock, talking some Big 12 hoops. We will also, of course, have our picks of the weekend. And how could we forget? Today is the day the Wheel of Love will be spun at the back end of the show. We'll have our winner of our 2 tickets to Traditions Restaurant Valentine's Dinner and Dance, featuring strings attached, coming up on Valentine's Day. So we will spin the Wheel of Love. So get to the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream. Not that you have to be on the video stream or see it to win, but we're going to have some fun with the Wheel of Love. I've got it all ready to go. Got the Wheel of Love all ready to go, Connor.
Doesn't hurt to be here.
No, it doesn't hurt. So we're gonna have to
get to the video stream
with our Wheel of Love, which will get spun. It's even in Valentine's Day colors. So customizable. It's great. I love it.
Perfect.
So, plenty of things to get to on today's program. Connor, how are we feeling on this Friday?
We're feeling good. Legs are a little tight. Got back on the basketball court last night, so we're feeling that.
Story time. So what happened? Tell us about your stories on the basketball court here.
Oh, not much to tell. I mean, I was getting mine. That's all I need to say.
So is this like a group of, like, what was the group of people you got together with? Not to name all the names, but I mean, was this like a bunch of high school kids, or there was college kids, or this is the senior league? You've graduated to that?
It feels like the senior league, mostly kids straight out of college around from the area.
So pretty much your age of kids. Okay.
Basically, yeah.
How did you find out about this league?
There was a guy. Well, it's not really a league. There's just a guy I know from the college, and we kind of organized basketball.
Oh, you were a part of the organization.
Here and there.
Oh,
So yeah, we're making things happen.
What did the box score read for Connor Schuh?
I'm not sure. We played like 6 games, but
6. Wow.
Yeah, there were a couple where I had to put the team on my back a couple times. That's all.
And so his back and legs are hurting today from carrying the squad last night in rec league basketball, if that's what you want to call it to an extent. But anyway, big show ahead today. We will get to our picks of the weekend coming up here in our first one. Wanted to highlight some local sports to get things going, though. As always, hit us up on the F&B Bank text line at 785-899-2222. If you'd like to be a part of the show, get your thoughts, your comments, your questions in. Would love to hear from you here on the Morning Blitz through the F&B Bank text line. Starting in local sports, real quick, I just want to recap a couple things from yesterday, highlight a few things coming up here, and then we'll get into picks of the weekend. So I won't spend a lot of time on this. Last night, Oakley and Scott City had a wrestling duel, both boys and girls, and it was Scott City who won both of those. 43-18 was the boys' final score in that duel. 36-33 with a very competitive girls' duel, but it was Scott City that pulls that one out over the Lady Plainsmen in some action last night. Also at the Colby Event Center, there was some wrestling there. 31-17, the final score. Colby Community College gets the best of Fort Hays Tech Northwest in a duel there. It is a busy weekend, but not a super, super busy weekend in wrestling. You've got, of course, GWAC wrestling happening down at Ulysses today. So best of luck to GWAC wrestlers. I was thinking about this last night. I don't know exactly who to pick for the girls. Not exactly, but boys, I'm thinking it's going to probably come down to Scott City or Colby would be my guess on the teams. If you're looking at a team champion, probably Scott City or Colby will probably be the team champs in GWAC. We'll find out more today. Hoxie boys and girls are at Plainville for a duel tonight. This weekend is the Phillipsburg Panther Invite. You've got the girls wrestling today, boys tomorrow. A lot of schools like Rawlins County, Hoxie, Oakley, St. Francis going to that. And Saturday, you've got the Southwest Nebraska tournament up there north of the border. Rawlins County, Decatur Community going to go compete in that. And then a little bit of JUCO wrestling here. Colby Community College women and Fort Hays Tech Northwest women wrestling this weekend. The Colby women going to the Sacramento City Open, and Fort Hays Tech Northwest women going to the Grandview Viking Open this weekend for some wrestling stuff. And of course, it's a busy weekend. More high school basketball on tap for tonight. I'd say you want to talk about a busy man coming up over the next 5 days. That'd be Connor Schuh. He's got 5 games in 4 days coming up here.
Sure do.
Let me take that back. 10 games in 10 games over the course of 4 days in a 5-day span. You got
not quite 10. Not quite 10.
How not?
It's 4. Or well,
no, but you got double headers. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 8 games. If you count boys and girls. 8 games over the course of a 5-day span.
It feels like I'm back at Topside Tip-Off or at the Orange and Black all over again, honestly.
Yeah. You are loaded. You've got a busy night tonight. You're on the road at Holcomb tonight. Then you return home to host Hugoton on Saturday. Both those games on 100.3 of the ride. What are your thoughts on the Eagle men bouncing back after a couple of tough losses?
Hopefully they're healthy after the Norton game. They'll need Hoppy and Cody Wright. Hopefully they can get him back and get a full squad out there. And they just got to be a little more aggressive on the glass. I mean, you're hoping you can get a little bit more of that team rebounding. And I think if they do that consistently, they can beat most teams. They're pretty talented in all facets. They can score the rock. So, and they played Holcomb close last time they met. So I think it's going to be interesting, but I think the girls game might be even closer. It was a 1-point or 2-point game last time those teams met. So I think it's going to be good again.
Yeah, you've got this is back-to-back nights of some really good basketball because both Holcomb and Hugoton considered, at least on the boys' side, considered 2 of the better teams in the league on the GWAC side. And then girls' side, Holcomb's one of the top teams, and Hugoton is one of these younger teams that continues to improve every single year. So those will be a couple interesting games that you've got on tap both today and then tomorrow. You'll have Sunday off, and then Monday, Tuesday. You are so busy.
Then we go to TMP, and then what's on Tuesday?
Goodland comes to town.
That's right. A nice split. 2 road, 2 home.
Yep. So I can't wait. You get to go to TMP. Oh man, unique gym. That'll be fun. You're going to go into that old style unique gym. Also tonight in high school, or also this tonight in high school basketball, you've got the Western Kansas Liberty League tournament resuming with semifinal round. You've got Shiloh Golden Plains, Western Plains, Wheatland Grinnell in the girls championship semifinals. Weskin, Western Plains, and Wheatland Grinnell Shiloh in the boys championship semifinals today. They'll also play consolation semifinals as well. And just a fun reminder that Saturday they will be here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse in Goodland for the championship and the final round of that tournament. So all the third day games will be played here at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Speaking of the Max Jones Fieldhouse tonight, Goodland at home hosting Hugoton. Couple of interesting games. Cowgirls trying to push it to 6 wins in a row. They are playing some of their best basketball of the season right now. Hugoton, though, a very feisty team and well-coached team. They'll be a tough out as they always are, but Cowgirls playing with a lot of confidence right now. And then that boys game is certainly fascinating because the Cowboys, the last time they played at Hugoton 20 days ago, they stole one on the road. They went down to Hugoton, won there, which doesn't usually happen. It's a hard place to win. And now they got to come home and defend home court against a Hugoton team that I'm guessing is going to be out for blood. I'm guessing they're going to be out ready to rock and roll tonight. So
I think so. Want to avenge that loss.
Yes, I think that's going to be the case. They want to avenge that loss. And so Cowboys better be ready for a gargantuan effort from Hugoton boys tonight, I think. So that's tonight here on KLOE. And then the other games, you've got Decatur Community hosts Greeley County, Oakley hosts Russell. You also have Rollins County going to Hill City, and Quinter will host St. Francis, some of our local sports here this weekend. So there you go. That's a quick look at local sports. Let's dive into our picks of the weekend. Connor Schuh, of course. He is our man when it comes to the picks of the weekend. We recap this on Wednesday. Yours truly has taken a slight lead. Not by much, but I have come behind to lead by 1 at this point in time. But it is a new weekend and a new picks. And I know college basketball-wise, there are some really good games this weekend.
There are definitely some okay games. It's actually, honestly, looking at it, it's one of the thinner slates. Not going to lie to you, but we've made it work, and I've thrown a new wrinkle into some of the games regionally that we've had that
and of course you can't forget Super Bowl too. Super Bowl picks. So yeah.
And that's our first one.
All right.
Seahawks versus the Patriots. The Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites.
I am going to take the I'm going to take Patriots to cover. I think Seahawks win 4.5. But I'm going to take Patriots to cover. Seahawks win.
I'm just going to go the other way. I think the Seahawks cover. Their defense is too good. The Pats are. It's one of those things where it's like they're a little too early. Maybe next year is their year. But I think the Seahawks and their experience overall handle business.
What is your overall read on this Super Bowl? Just the thoughts of it. I feel like it's kind of been in the background a little bit. Like I don't feel like, it doesn't have a ton of juice, I guess is the way I look at it. Do you feel that same way?
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe the coverage hasn't been quite as grand as it used to be, but I think it's still going to be a really good game, but I think you're right. I mean, it seems like it hasn't been promoted as heavily as some have in previous years, but I don't know. I mean, it's coming right up on Olympics time too, so it's kind of
that's underway today, first day. So yeah,
I think it started yesterday, actually.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It was yesterday, but yeah, I mean, and that's why I'm asking you, because from my perspective, the Chiefs have been in it a lot, and so we've had a lot of coverage and stuff because of that.
Oh yeah,
so, no Chiefs being in it, and the Broncos aren't in it either, so it kind of feels a little bit. This feels big. I don't know. Rematch of Super Bowl 49.
Yeah,
we'll see if Seahawks get her done.
It's great, but quick shout out to United States women's hockey. They have 3 former Ohio State players on the roster. So shout out.
All right. Picks of the weekend. What's next?
I have, since there's no spread for this one, I ask you, Will the Nuggets beat the Bulls by 5 or more points?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me the Nuggets to cover the Bulls by 5. Since you're setting your own, you've now become Vegas. You're now setting your own line.
That's what I have to do. I've realized with some of these games that are occurring not on the same day, they don't have lines. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just throw out my own number? Makes it a little more interesting. I agree. I also think, actually, it's in Chicago. Chicago just traded some of their better players, though. I think I'm gonna err on the side of the Nuggets. So here's an NBA game with an actual line. Heat at the Celtics, -7.5 in favor of the Celtics. The Heat did pretty much nothing at the trade deadline. The Celts, who did they get? They made a swap, but I'm totally spacing on who they got. But yeah.
Okay, so it's Heat Celtics, and it ends in Boston.
Yep.
And the spread is what again?
7.5. It's tough.
Give me Boston.
Just a win or cover?
Give me Boston to win. I'm not big on spreads in basketball. It's so hard.
I'm going to go Boston with the win as well.
Okay.
Heat are good, but I don't know.
The Garden. You don't go into the Garden and win. Don't go to the Garden.
The Cavs did plenty. I'll tell you that much. All right, I've got another one where I have manufactured a spread. I think it was necessary in this game because if we had to just pick one of these teams to win, I mean, come on. Utah at number 11, Kansas. Will Kansas win by 20 or more at Allen Fieldhouse against one of the worst teams in Power 5? I say yes.
I'm going to go yes as well.
Utah is dreadful.
Watch us get killed and they win by 18.
No shot. No world where that happens.
No, I'm talking where Kansas wins by 18.
I could see that.
It's so dangerous because they could get up big. Like they could be up like 30. And they're just like, all right, throw in the second stringers, and here comes Utah, and they get a backdoor cover, but I'll take KU winning by 20. Yeah, plus I'll take it.
I'm there. Okay, got a little Mountain West. San Jose State at Colorado State. Who wins?
Timmy Miles and San Jose State playing at his former school. He was at Colorado State before he went to Nebraska, did the great Timmy Miles. I'm still going to take Colorado State at home. Moby Arena.
I'm there. San Jose State is not very good this year. So
not
they have
good
6 wins.
Not good for Timmy.
No, certainly not. And we're going to go to another real barn burner in Big 12 hoops, Arizona State at Colorado.
I'm going to take, you know what? They won for me last weekend. I'll just continue to ride the Tad Boyle train. Give me Colorado. Visit with James Westling yesterday. I'll play that interview here coming up in a few minutes, but he had an interesting take on Colorado, which I didn't think about, but I'm going to take Colorado.
I'm taking them as well because Arizona State is another Big 12 dumpster fire, but thanks, Michael, for correcting me. Boston got Nikola Vucevic. I totally forgot about that. That's a good ad. So, moving on. Nebraska at Rutgers. Does Nebraska win by 15 plus in I will give Rutgers. I'll give Rutgers this. They have a solid home environment, so I'm kind of teetering on the edge.
God, 15? Do I have
Rutgers is pretty bad.
Hey, you starting to set lines is making this more interesting and tough.
That's why I'm doing it.
15? I'm going to say Rutgers covers the 15. I still think Nebraska wins by 12, but I'll say Rutgers covers.
I wanted to go a different direction here, but I can't help but also say no, just because the Rutgers home court advantage is an actual thing. They have good fans in that place.
Intrigued. Rutgers is doing this anime card trading deal this weekend or something.
What?
I seriously look it up. It's some sort of anime card trading deal during the game. That's why tickets for the Rutgers game are like going for like astronomical prices.
Interesting.
I'm serious. Look it up. It's nuts.
Shout out.
I think Huskers are back to full strength, got a full week to rest and recuperate. They're ready for this second little charge on the back end of the Big Ten slate. I think they win, but 15's a big number to cover.
Now that you said they had a full week, I'm going to say yes.
Oh, you're
Forgot
changing
about
it
that.
up. Okay.
I'm changing. All right, I've got one that I think you can. This is kind of close as a pick 'em. Kansas State at TCU.
I'm going TCU. I have limited to no faith.
It's
in
not
what
close enough, I guess.
in
I
what
should have
K-State's doing.
said, is
No.
TCU going to win by 5? I'm not going to do that.
No, you stuck it for. I'm going to say TCU.
All right. Number 2, Michigan at Ohio State. It is the game on Sunday. Can Ohio State keep it within 12 on their home floor? Last game, I think it was a 12-point game, and that was in Michigan.
Ohio State did beat. Thank goodness, Ohio State beat Maryland last night. And
I was a little scared.
I know you were. I'm going to take Michigan to cover that. Michigan cover the 12.
Okay, I'm going the other way.
All right.
And I will also say Ohio State beat Maryland by a comfortable 20 on the road and only grabbed 26 rebounds, which really scared me. But still won, so we'll take it.
Buzz Williams has got some work to do there in College Park.
Yeah. He always has slow starts. He's notorious for that with whatever program he goes to.
All
so
right, it's okay.
They shouldn't be worried.
Rome wasn't built in the day. Only
No.
Indiana football was.
He won like 10 games his first year with Texas A&M. So
yeah,
there you go. Oklahoma State at Arizona. This is another manufactured spread. Does Arizona win by more than 20?
It's in Arizona, right?
Yes.
Oh.
And Oklahoma State's not bad, but
No, they're not. But Arizona is a machine.
Yes, they are.
I'm going to take Okie State to cover. 20 is so big. It's so big. But it's not going to be more than 17 or 18 points.
I think I agree with you. Oklahoma State, they just beat BYU. So I'm giving them some respect. All right, I've got a real pick 'em here. Miami at Ohio, at Marshall in a little MAC Sunbelt Challenge. Marshall's a good Sunbelt team. I will give them the respect there. But are they
Miami of Ohio. They're going to keep Red Hawks roll.
I'm there. I agree. And here's an actual, well, I think that's a good game. But here's one that's guaranteed to be, I think, should be a pretty good game. Number 3, UConn on the road, playing at St. John's, number 22. And here's a real spread.
That's tonight.
Yep, 2.5 in favor of the road Huskies.
I'm going UConn to win here. Taking UConn to win.
I think I am too. St. John's is solid, but UConn is just...
I think UConn is one of 3 most complete basketball teams in all of college basketball. They're one of the 3.
They are.
They're pretty complete.
They're up there, but UConn always has a couple stumbles in Big East play, and St. John's is probably the second best team in the conference right now. I'm picking St. John's at home. They might be playing in the Garden, I think. So
Probably are, I would guess. I can look that up. I have it right in front of me here, but I would bet they are playing that in the Garden. They are playing in the Garden.
Ooh, I wish I could watch it.
It's on Fox, by the way, if you'd like to watch tonight. It's on Fox.
And finally, this is actually a good pick 'em, I think. Wisconsin at Indiana. 2 teams fighting to get into the top half of the top half.
Whiskey's playing really good here as of late. So
is Indiana.
But Indiana is at home.
Some food for
You know
thought.
what? I'm going to stick with whiskey. They won me last night. They won with me last week. I'm going to pick them again. Give me whiskey on the road.
Okay. Indiana beat Purdue pretty recently and had a couple more nice wins. So I think they lost to USC the other night. Yes, they did. I watched
They
that.
lost by 6 to USC, but they beat UCLA in double overtime.
They did and beat Purdue the game before that. I will go with the Hoosiers and Lamar Wilkerson, who's averaging over 20 a game in Big Ten play. That dude can shoot. That's your picks.
Don't forget, Indiana won at Rutgers by almost 30. Actually, sorry,
There you go.
almost 40. No, that was 30. Almost 30.
So much for that home court advantage.
I can't believe I'm so surprised. There are some other really good games we did not pick this week, and there's Duke, North Carolina. this weekend.
I totally missed that. Where is that?
There's Duke, North Carolina. There's Illinois, Michigan State this weekend. And maybe the game of the weekend in the Big 12, Houston at BYU. Huge game. Houston at BYU. Houston, by the way, -2.5 on the road. Some big-time games. And on top of that, Connor Schuh, there were no fun Super Bowl picks like most, the prop bets. I figured we have prop bets in the Super Bowl. Oh, man.
Would you like to ad lib and throw some in?
No, too late for that.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. We have to stay on schedule. We got the Wheel of Love to get to.
We do.
Got to get to the Wheel of Love. So there you go. Your picks of the weekend. All right, let's get to our break. We come back. James Wessling joins us next. We'll talk with him about Big 12 basketball, where we sit as we get into the month of February. You're listening to the Morning Blitz.
Start the new year in a new Chevrolet from Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland, where the deals are ready to roll. Right now, get behind the wheel of a Chevy Trailblazer with 3.9% APR for well-qualified buyers, or step up to a Chevy Silverado 1500 and score up to $6,250 in rebates with an eligible trade-in. It's the perfect time to upgrade your drive and start the year strong with the power and reliability of Chevy. Make your New Year's move today at Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland, Kansas. Shop online anytime at hurlchev.com.
Kick off 2026 ready for whatever winter brings. At Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby, they've got the gear to start the new year strong. Get organized with rugged storage totes. And when the snow starts falling, if it does, power through it with Ego and Craftsman snowblowers. Or if it's just the light stuff, blow it away with Ego leaf blowers. And don't forget ice melt to keep your sidewalk safe all season long. New year, winter ready. Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Helpful folks, trusted brands, and everything you need to get it done.
It's time now for news from the world of agriculture on the Kansas Farm and Ranch Radio Network.
The chairman of the House Agriculture Committee knows that 2026 is going to be extremely busy. However, Glenn G.T. Thompson said getting a farm bill finished is a top priority.
Our farmers, ranchers, and rural communities don't need another extension of the 2018 Farm Bill. What they need is for us to provide certainty and update our policies to fit current needs, and that means passing a full 5-year Farm Bill. If you farm and ranch in 2026, things are different than what they were in 2018. Global markets have changed. State regulations are different. There are new biosecurity threats. The fact is, new challenges requires new policy.
At one time, Thompson said he called it a skinny farm bill. However, he told attendees at the National Association of State Departments of Agriculture's winter policy meeting that it wasn't the right description.
Early on, I called this remaining portion the skinny farm bill. There's nothing skinny about it. What we did in Farm Bill 1.0 was about 20% of the policy, but 80% of the investment. And what we're doing now and what we will complete out of the committee by the end of February is 80% of the policy with 20% of the investment. But incredibly important. So I wisely pivoted to what we're working on, Farm Bill 2.0, not the skinny Farm Bill.
There's a lot of work to do yet on completing a farm bill.
We're modernizing the credit title to help more producers have access to the capital that they need. We're addressing a patchwork of state regulations that have sprung up over the years and overburden producers. We're expanding investment into America's rural communities, making sure that they don't get left behind. We're bringing costs down across the board for both consumers and producers, and we're providing greater certainty about the future across our entire ag supply chain.
Again, that's House Ag Committee Chair G.T. Thompson from the NASDA Winter Policy Meeting. For the Kansas Farm and Ranch Radio Network, I'm Addison Stoddard.
When it comes to cattle performance this winter, protein isn't optional. It's essential. The right protein helps cattle pull more energy from every bite of feed and keeps rumen microbes doing their job. Want better fiber digestion and feed efficiency? Feed Smart Lick protein tubs. After all, performance starts with protein. It's not about working harder, it's about feeding smarter. Go to smartlick.com. That's smartlic.com to find your dealer.
Kansas Corn reminds you that E15 fuel is the right choice for every kind of driver. For the car enthusiast, E15 has higher octane. For the thrifty driver, E15 is priced lower than regular unleaded. For the nature lover, E15 provides cleaner air. For the shopper who buys local, E15 has more ethanol from our Kansas corn farms. Choose E15 for a higher octane, lower price, and cleaner American fuel. This message from the Kansas Corn Commission. Learn more at kscorn.com.
Quick hits, bold takes, and all the action.
I'll take that action.
Welcome back to the Morning Blitz.
All right, continuing on a Friday program. Of course, do not forget, next segment, the Wheel of Love is spun. We will spin the Wheel of Love. You can watch it happen on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream. It should work. I practiced it yesterday after the show. It's not like I'm doing this dry fire. So I've done some work on it.
I think we're good to go.
So we'll have the Wheel of Love up on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream, and look forward to spinning that wheel for you. 30 seconds, the wheel will spin. I wanted to do a minute, but Connor shot that down. So we're going to do just 30 seconds of the wheel spinning.
Minute's a long time for a spin. I'll tell you that much.
So we'll do 30 seconds. The wheel will spin. It will land on a winner, and they will be the winner from Traditions Restaurant and their 2 tickets to the dinner and dance happening at Traditions on February 14th. That is Valentine's Day night. Okay, yesterday was able to catch up with good friend James Wessling of Peacock ESPN, of course, the co-host of Big 12 Today, which you can watch now and also listen to on TuneIn Radio, talking to him about Big 12 basketball. And I started the conversation off asking him how important the month of February is for those college basketball teams, particularly in the Big 12.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when the calendar flips over to February, it's college basketball season in a big way. And teams in the Big 12 are really starting to position themselves for seeding in the NCAA tournament. And then even with Oklahoma State's recent win over BYU, I think that opens the door for the Big 12 to maybe potentially get as many as 8 teams in the NCAA tournament field, which is the goal for the conference each and every year. So this is, and I love basketball. Like, I'm a basketball junkie. That's what I played growing up. And even with all the transfer portal and NIL and roster turnover on an annual basis, I still just love it. And I think this is the time of year where you just get some outstanding matchups all across the nation, but really in the Big 12.
You know, we knew the Big 12 was going to be good. We knew it was going to be ultra competitive, but is it even more competitive than maybe even people who like yourself who follow it so closely? You know, you look at it with what is it, 6 teams in the top 16 of the rankings. I mean, it's highly, highly competitive, particularly at the top there.
Yeah, I don't think the competitive nature is what makes it so surprising this year. I think it's how dominant those top 6 teams are. I mean, there's only 2 losses combined between that group to everybody else in the conference that's not in that top 6 when they're not playing each other. So the dominance at the top is what stood out. Nobody knew that Arizona would be this good coming into the season. People were sleeping on Houston, who's actually better analytics and metrics wise at this time this year than they were last year. And they got all the way to the national championship game. And then with Kansas and the almost reemergence or emergence, if you will, of Darren Peterson, because now that we finally saw him play a full allotment of minutes, we saw what he's capable of in some really big moments against Texas Tech. So the top 6, any of the top 6 could be a Final Four team, and it wouldn't be a surprise to me.
I'm glad you brought up Kansas because I wanted to get into that. Kind of what's the talk there on Big 12 Today about what you're seeing from Kansas? Because I admit, when I was talking about them early part of the season, it looked like they were struggling to find themselves because they didn't know who was on the floor night in and night out, whether it was Peterson or not. And it was like 2 different styles they had to play. But boy, I'll tell you, when they put it all together, they look like a team that could make an Elite 8 Final Four run. What's your thoughts on Kansas as we sit here today? And hopefully they can stay healthy.
Oh, I totally agree. And I think Bill Self lost some trust the last 2 seasons because by Kansas standards, the last 2 years have been disappointments. And they've had a bunch of transfers that didn't pan out, and they've struggled, especially scoring the basketball. So when Bill Self told us at the beginning of the year, and we just talked to him on our show about a month ago, and he said, guys, this is a huge overreaction. Everything's going to be fine. And nobody believed him. And now we're seeing that Bill Self is a Hall of Fame coach for a reason, because he knew what he had, and he knew that this team was improving with and without Darren Peterson. And that's my big takeaway is they are getting better when he's off the floor, and they are getting better when he's on the floor. And both things can be true. And for whatever reason, we didn't believe that both of those things can happen simultaneously, and they have. And now Kansas has won 6 or 7 in a row. They're the second hottest team in the Big 12 outside of Arizona, who's just on a heater and haven't lost all season. Kansas is very much a player, not just in the Big 12, but Kansas is going to end up a 4 or a 5 seed, maybe a 3 if they continue this surge in the NCAA tournament. And that's a team that would be an absolute nightmare in the Sweet 16 for a 1 seed if that's how the bracket shapes up.
James Westing, our guest, Big 12 today, ESPN. Arizona, watched them multiple times. I mean, they are just a machine. I don't know about you, but Arizona, they look like they're so dominant. They got linebackers out there playing, it feels like at times, in the post positions. What's your read on Arizona, and who could possibly trip them up here as they come down the home stretch of the Big 12 slate?
They are an NBA team playing college basketball. They have an all-bus team that you alluded to. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster than anybody they've played this year, and it's not even close. And that was by design. Coach Tommy Lloyd, he built this roster to be the most physical team in the country, and the longest and the most athletic. And he did that because he saw the dominance that Houston had in the Big 12 the last 2 years, and played them in Kansas City and said, we need to be more like those guys. And so he's blended that kind of Houston brand of physicality and strength and size with a really up-tempo offensive scheme where they attack the basket. They shoot some of the fewest threes in the country. And they make them when they shoot them, but they don't shoot them a lot. They dominate the paint. They get a ton of baskets on fast break points, and they absolutely annihilate teams on the glass. They've got the best rebounder in the country, and he comes off the bench. They're deep. They've probably got 4 or 5 NBA players on their roster, like first-round NBA players on their roster. I do think that somebody will trip them up eventually in Big 12 play. They won't be an undefeated team going into the NCAA tournament because of the night in and night out wear and tear that the Big 12 brings to the table. They'll have an off night at some point, but they are, to me, the clear-cut favorite to win the whole thing. And all this talk about Duke or Michigan or UConn, to me, just means not enough people have seen Arizona and what they're capable of.
A couple of teams that we follow along out here pretty closely are, of course, Kansas State and Colorado, and both those teams find themselves in the bottom part of the Big 12 standings at this point in time. Both teams have solid coaches and have had recent success. Which team do you is more surprising for the lack of success they're having here in this year?
Lack of success, I would say Kansas State. Kansas State is, they've for the 3rd year in a row completely retooled their roster, and Jerome Tang can't get his guys to buy in on the defensive end of the floor. Kansas State has had the best offensive season since 2010 when Jacob Pullen and Denny Clemente and Curtis Kelly and those guys were making a run to the Elite Eight. But they can't guard, and that's a coaching problem. That's a communication problem. That's a helping your teammates and a want-to issue that Kansas State is struggling with. Colorado hasn't been a disappointment to me. I just think they're a year away. Last year they were, 0-14 to start Big 12 play, and then they won 2 of their last 3 and won a game in the Big 12 tournament, and they did it with all freshmen who are now sophomores. They don't lose a lot of guys in the portal. They're a developmental program. And Tad Boyle said, we've got 2 or 3 guys that'll play in the NBA on this roster, which has kind of been his MO the last several years, is he develops guys in the NBA prospects like Derek White, like AJ Simpson, the last time they made the tournament. I just think they're a year off. Those sophomores next year, when they're juniors, they've got a really good freshman in Isaiah Johnson, who's another guy who has pro potential. They'll be a problem next year in the Big 12. It's just taking them a little bit more time than maybe Colorado fans thought it would as they retransition back to the league.
Continuing on Kansas State there's been a lot of discussions about this team and particularly the last 3 years with Jerome Tang, because he comes here to K-State. He has a great first year. He ends up getting a brand new contract with a whole bunch and a big extension, and it hasn't panned out since. You're a K-State guy. What are your thoughts on Jerome Tang and what he's done to the program right now after 4 years, one good one and a couple of questionable ones?
Well, I think that going to the Elite Eight in his first year was probably the worst thing that could have happened to him in his coaching tenure, because it set the bar so high. With that said, even if Kansas State didn't have that run and all that success in his first year, by your fourth year in, you should be a tournament team in the Big 12, in a Power 5 conference, or a Power 4, I should say. By this time in your tenure, it's NCAA tournament or bust, in my opinion. And the fact that Kansas State has regressed every year that he's been there, I understand the fan outrage. Kansas State is a program that has so much pride in their men's basketball team and has had so much success and is still a top 25 program and in all-time wins at the NCAA level. I totally understand the frustration. And I think the thing that has even further magnified it is now Jerome Tang has kind of gone on the defensive side. He's in defensive mode when it comes to answering questions post-game, addressing some major glaring issues that are there. And fans don't care how much you like the guys that are on your team and on the floor. They want to see success. And there's a lot of buy-in from Kansas State, and the budget and the wins and losses just aren't adding up for the Wildcats. So I won't say I'm on board with the fans, but I definitely get where the frustrations are coming from.
I've said many times, I think, unfortunately, Jerome Tang bamboozled Kansas State when it comes to what happened in that first year and what we're seeing right now. James Westling, our good friend from Big 12 Today and ESPN. James, I'll let you go on this. Super Bowl 60 coming up here on Sunday. Who are you pulling for, or going to say picking to win?
Ooh, that's a great question. And my NFL knowledge this season with the Chiefs and their struggles isn't what it's been in past years. But I love the Seahawks and their story. I think Sam Darnold is a prime example of a guy who got drafted in a really, really tough, unfortunate, bad situation, and it took him time to regain his confidence. I believe young quarterbacks in the NFL are thrust in to really, really bad spots and expected have unfair expectations right away. And Sam Darnold, who's in his late 20s now, has just been a remarkable story of perseverance. And so I'm all in on the Seahawks.
James Westling, Big 12 Today, ESPN. James, thank you so much for the time. We'll catch up down the road. Be well, man.
All right, man. Thanks.
Once again, James Westling joining us there, talking about Big 12 basketball as they come down the home stretch here in the month of February. The thing I liked the most, or I took away most from that conversation, Connor, was the point about Colorado. He said, you got to remember, the Buffaloes are a developmental program. And last year was kind of, 2 years ago, they made the tournament with a really great senior late and had some great guys that had developed through the program. They went completely young last year. This is the second year for them. So next year should be the year where you really do the judging on whether or not Tad Boyle has done a good job or not. So
yeah, I agree with it too. I mean, they got a lot of really promising young players. So I'm excited for 2026, 27 for them.
Right. That to me was one of the bigger takeaways from that I hadn't thought about, was that, and Colorado is very good about keeping their guys in their program and not going into the portal. They are a developmental program. And when you are a developmental program, that means you're going to have success, maybe every couple of years, and not every single year. And so I like that point that he made talking about Colorado basketball. That was the biggest thing that stuck out to me with that conversation with James Westling. All right, the time has come. We'll take our break, and we come back. The Wheel of Love will be spun, and we will get a winner from Traditions Restaurant and their Valentine's Day dinner and dance. We will spin the Wheel of Love on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream, so get there now and watch it spin after this break. You're listening to the Morning Blitz.
Are pests making your home or business uncomfortable? Call Pest Away in Goodland, Kansas, serving all of Northwest Kansas. They provide top-notch pest control services to keep your space safe and pest-free. From ants to rodents, termites to spiders, our expert team is here to help with effective, safe, and affordable pest control solutions. Don't wait. Call Pest Away today at 785-728-7166 for fast, reliable service. Your home or business deserves the best protection.
If you're shopping for a banking institution, visit with Equity Bank of Hoxie, Grinnell, and Quinter, Kansas. The Equity Bank is heavily invested in local business and activities contributing in many ways back to their community. Their employees are involved with many organizations and area events. Plus, a lot of experience comes with that staff. You'll find valuable local assistance when you bank at the Equity Bank of Hoxie, Grinnell, Quinter, and other locations in Western Kansas. The Equity Bank, member FDIC.
Kick off the new year in professional grade style with Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland, Kansas. Right now, drive home a GMC Arcadia with 1.9% APR for well-qualified buyers, or choose a 26 GMC CR1500 and get up to $7,000 in rebates with an eligible trade-in, or 0% APR for well-qualified buyers. Big capability, bold style, and New Year savings you don't want to miss. Start the year strong at Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland, Kansas. Shop online at hurlchev.com.
Kick off 2026 ready for whatever winter brings. At Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby, they've got the gear to start the new year strong. Get organized with rugged storage totes. And when the snow starts falling, if it does, power through it with Ego and Craftsman snow blowers. Or if it's just the light stuff, blow it away with Ego leaf blowers. And don't forget ice melt to keep your sidewalk safe all season long. New year, winter ready. Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Helpful folks, trusted brands, and everything you need to get it done.
This Valentine's Day, choose Zimbelman's Jewelry for a gift that goes beyond words. Why settle for ordinary when you can gift extraordinary? Our staff is here to guide you, ensuring you find the ideal piece that represents your relationship. Capture the essence of love with the perfect heart pendant, or shop our collection of diamond earrings for Valentine's Day and every day. This Valentine's Day, remember to shop Zimbelman's Jewelry in downtown Burlington. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or shop online at zimbelmansjewelry.com.
Looking for the perfect Valentine's night out? Traditions Restaurant in Goodland invites you to an unforgettable Valentine's dinner and dance Saturday, February 14th. Enjoy prime rib dinner starting at 7, including 2 sides, salad, dessert, and a glass of champagne. Then dance the night away with live music from Strings Attached at 8:30. Tickets are just $50 per person, or join the dance only for $10 at 8:30. Reserve your table now by calling 785-728-4600. That's 728-4600 at Traditions Restaurant in Goodland.
You're listening to the High Plains only local sports talk show.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
The Morning Blitz.
All right, the time has come. It is time for the Wheel of Love. Once again, if you're just thinking, like, what is the Wheel of Love? Well, we decided to enter in all of the people throughout the last few weeks into the Wheel of Love that have signed. Now, there are more. Now, you'll notice on the Wheel of Love, if you're on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream, that there are some people that's names are on there multiple times. That's fine. They texted in multiple times throughout the last 3 or 4 weeks. So they have a higher percentage chance of winning, obviously. So anyway, we have got the Wheel of Love up there. What do you think of the Wheel of Love there, Connor? What are your thoughts on that?
I see a lot of names repeating, and I think I remember seeing them pop up on the text line a lot. So props to them.
If you were one of the people that, of course, was that was tuning in throughout the last handful of weeks, texting in with the word of the day to be entered into the Wheel of Love, your name is on there. Your name is on the Wheel of Love, and we are ready to spin it and give this thing a whirl. And so, should we give it? Should we give it a go here?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Let's hopefully this will work. Spin the wheel. There we go. Oh, they even got sound effects too. Even better. And so
You
the
said
wheel
this is going to go for 30
seconds. That's right. So we could talk about other things. Oh, wait. The best part is it gets super slow. And so you think it's going to land on you, but it just creeps along. And so it continues to move along.
Oh,
it's getting closer. Oh, I think it's going to reach you. We have ourselves a winner. There you go. Round of applause. Mike is the winner. Congratulations,
Mike.
to Mike. You are the winner today. We will get you these tickets. But Mike, our winner from Traditions Restaurant, he is the winner on the Wheel of Love. I love the Wheel of Love. We're going to make it the Wheel of Sports at some point in time and have random topics on there. It's going to be great.
I like it.
So anyway.
A lot of uses for a wheel.
Yes, tons of it. Congratulations to Mike. He is the winner of the Strings Attached Valentine's event at Traditions Restaurant going on Valentine's Day night on Saturday the 14th at Freedom Hall in Goodland. So, Mike, we will get you those tickets. Congratulations to Mike. He is the winner on the Wheel of Love. That was fun.
That's
I enjoyed
awesome.
that. And that worked out pretty slick, too, doing it on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream. All right, before we get out of here, a couple of reminders in local sports. On the JUCO side, there is some college basketball this weekend. You've got Colby Community College going on the road to Cloud County, especially the Lady Trojans, trying to continue that momentum that they gained in what they've dubbed the biggest win in the program's history, knocking off third-ranked Dodge City. So big games on the road at Cloud. Fort Hays Tech Northwest at home Sunday, taking on the Saints of Seward County. Early tips time, I think it was 11 is when the women get going. Men will follow.
Oh my God.
So yeah, early tip time for like they want to get it done before the Super Bowl.
That is fair.
Can you blame him? And of course, cannot forget about on the Diamond this weekend. You've got Colby Community College baseball. Of course, we visited with Ryan Carter yesterday. If you're missing that conversation, go back and check out the podcast. But CCC baseball opening up their season on the road at Western Oklahoma State College. It's a 4-game series. They've got a game today, a doubleheader Saturday, and another game on Sunday before returning home. But CCC baseball on the road at Western Oklahoma State College this weekend. So best of luck to the Trojans. I guess I didn't look. I should look this up. I'm guessing they play, but I certainly could be wrong. Maybe it's a little bit later. But about softball, for CCC softball, or they play this weekend here? Nope. They've got a couple more weeks yet. They don't go until the 16th. I don't think Fort Hays Tech Northwest has softball scheduled for this weekend. I don't think. I could be wrong. We'll double check on this. Nope. They've got another week or so before all that gets going for them. But Trojan baseball gets it going, and boy, they're probably going to have some great weather for it.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Can you imagine playing in Sydney? It was so nice last night. I went for an outdoor run. I usually don't do that, but it was so nice. Why not?
Yeah, it was like, 50 at 10 o'clock in the evening? Nice.
It was super, super nice. So you're not the only one that's a little sore this morning from some physical activity.
There we go.
Yeah, but I was not playing games. Anyway, all right, let's get to the walk-off and wrap up a week here.
And back lifts his ball deep to right. How about a walk-off Gray? Thomas to the 10. Denver's going on to New England. They win it on the first play of overtime. Mahomes swings it. It's there. Hardman. Jackpot. Kansas City.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, softball does get going today for Nebraska. I did see that. Our good friend Steven Binkelman. Nebraska is at the UTSA Invitational. They take on Washington today as well as Texas. So a couple of number one Texas. Yeah, Nebraska's number 10 in the country. Texas is number 1. It's a top 10 matchup tonight.
Good game.
Watch on ESPN Plus if you'd like to. I was able to pull up some interesting little prop bets here. Just for some fun. Let's just see what else we can come across here. Let's see here. Drake May, 36 or more pass attempts.
More, I guess. Yeah.
Wow, more. I'm going to say under. I would take under on that.
I think they're going to get down early, and he's going to have to huck it.
I think the game's going to be shortened because of the running games for both teams. I just don't know if there's going to be that many possessions to get that many passes in. Let's see here. Your boy, Travion Henderson, longest rush of 10 or more yards.
Over.
Going over. He's going to have a long run today. How about your other boy, Jackson Smith and Jigba? Over 94.5 receiving yards.
That's tough. The Seahawks won't have Zach Charbonnet, so they won't be relying on the running game as much. So I'm inclined to say, that's a lot of yards, but he's putting that up almost every game. I'm going to say over again.
I saw a ridiculous one. I wanted to see longest punt return over 18.5 yards.
The Saints have Rashid Shaheed, and that guy can fly.
The Seahawks have Rashid Shaheed. Yeah,
Saints.
he was
Jeez. He
all
was
right.
on the Saints.
You're okay.
He got traded over there. But, yeah, he can fly. So 18's a lot. I mean, you got to go on a punt return to get 18 yards. Over. Why not?
Over is the winner. Okay. Some fun little prop bets. That'll do it for us this week. Thanks again to James Westling. Thanks to you for listening. Congratulations to Mike, our winner on the Wheel of Love. We'll get you those tickets, sir. And we will talk to you on Monday. It's been the Blitz. Have a good one.